That might be the Carlos.
All right.
TMG podcast, yay!
About 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, TMG Podcast, episode 152. This is Carlos, and with me as well,
Hey guys.
Miggy.
Yo,
And yeah, TMG Podcast, yay! Because apparently
TMG
we're live.
podcast, yay!
We're live on YouTube, and apparently that's the title. TMG Podcast, yay!
None of these are public yet. None
I know.
of these live shows are public yet.
We
Nah,
really
it's
should.
just
Yeah, we did need to get around to making them live with pictures and
to
stuff.
make it like viable, yeah. But yes, this is episode 152. It is the last day of November, November 30. Is it 30? Is there 31?
Yeah,
No, there's not
the
31.
last,
No,
the
there's
last
no 31.
day of
That's
the
the
last day
last
of November.
November.
Christmas time is
Nice.
coming.
And it's gonna be officially Christmas
Well,
now. Now the Christmas jingle now makes sense. Tomorrow will make sense.
they've
So
been playing
officially
Christmas
makes
jingles
sense
since October.
since since the Burr month. Since when we got the Burr months going, is when the Philippines had jingles. And not only does that mean it's holiday, it means majority of the games that are eating our wallets are already out, I think. Because for one, it was
Yep.
told today, November 15, November 15, November 30, it was a holiday, Bonifacio Day in the Philippines. But to most people who have a console, it's pretty much Final Fantasy 15 Day.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
Because,
and I
yeah.
did you see the pictures of the lines? I was genuinely surprised. I've
Oh,
not
yeah.
seen lines like that except for NBA 2K16, and I don't even think.
and Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Oh
Yeah,
really?
And
really long.
GTA 5.
Did it have lines like
Mhm.
that also? I don't remember.
Well, not in when say I was there during the GTA 5 launch back in 2013.
I was
And
part of the line.
yeah, that was a weekday, and not even at least yesterday, FF15 launch day was like the day before a holiday,
Yeah.
so that was
Right.
kind of an excuse for people to be out. But GTA 5 was released on a weekday 3 years ago, and yeah, that produced some long lines too.
Yeah,
But
I
I
was in
think this is
Greenbelt.
more extreme because a lot of branches had these ridiculously long lines.
Yeah, even
Century
branches that
Mall,
were like low
apparently.
traffic, like even
Yeah,
the
yeah.
branch in Podium apparently had a
Had
huge
a
line.
significant line for that tiny branch. Yeah.
Yeah, I think shoutouts to UnGeek because they made a post about the long lines and they had it like they pretty much covered
Very
different
well
branches.
documented.
Yeah, like Greenbelt 1, Greenbelt 3. I think I saw Podium right there. But they pretty much covered every single retail, probably all data blitz actually. And they had a line. They had a line that stretched outside the store.
With
And
people
then-
waiting for about at least an hour before they got their copy.
Yeah, I
some of our
wonder.
friends were
I
saying
wonder,
that
I wonder
it
if
took an hour
anyone
on the line,
waited
too.
in front of the store at opening. You know, like just,
I did that. I did that.
Oh.
I did that, and people do that. Actually, people do that. I did that for Final Fantasy 13. Thus, me not doing it ever again. So,
How was? Yeah, wait. That's a good question. How was the lines for Final Fantasy 13? Do you remember that?
long line. It was all like I wasn't kidding. I got my copy in Alabang Town Center, and
Hmm.
I did show up before the store opened, and I wasn't the only one. We had like 10 other people with me. I wasn't the first one. And when it
Right,
opened,
right.
then we lined up outside Data Blitz, where it was still closed. The mall opened already, but Data Blitz was still like the store owner was still staring at us while he's like unlocking the thing to open. They all knew.
It's like he comes out with a box of games. It's like a plain
Yeah,
brown
I was-
box. Everyone knows what
We
it
were
is.
so early. Yeah, we were so early that the box that they literally just popped out the box out of the counter, and then we lined up slowly. And then they started ripping out. They were bringing out Final Fantasy 13. And then it was pretty. Then when I went out, when I got my copy, the line stretched outside already because people started to stack up already. And yeah, it's possible. And I think it's greater now with the 15
Hmm.
because the reception I think is way better. And at the same time, a lot of people have an idea of what they're getting now compared to 13.
Well, I remember
So-
13 did have like it's of course now looking back on it, we all know 13 was pretty bad. it wasn't the best Final Fantasy game there, but I think the first impressions were still pretty good for it at the time. People were still kind of
No,
enjoying it.
I
No,
didn't
you
like
didn't
it.
like
It
it at
took at
all.
least 3 hours for you to get super bored.
Like I was in like I remember Final Fantasy 13. I was in the 10th hour, and then I got a text because I was playing it, and I had like
Are you-
I had a series of ships with me and everything. And I got a text from a friend, and he was like saying, "Dude, are you playing Final Fantasy 13?" Yeah. What the fuck am I playing? Like, what the hell is this? Like, this
He's
is not.
playing Corridor
you-
Fantasy 13.
Yeah,
you're still playing the tutorial 10 hours in, basically.
You're still playing
yeah,
the
and then
tutorial 40 hours in.
I remember I had a conversation with my friend. We were actually laughing. Like, if you see a path that strays away from the main path, you're sure as hell gonna get a potion chest somewhere.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a box at the end. If
Yeah,
not,
maybe a
it
box.
loops around.
Yeah,
It's one or the other.
it was really bad. It was really bad, and then I felt really happy once I was able to like literally stretch my arms and legs as a character. You know. But 15, um, reception is good all throughout. It's not
It's
the
the exact opposite of 13. That game is really open.
Yeah, the weakest aspect I've heard is just people don't like the characters too much, or they find them a bit too two-dimensional. But
Uh,
that's every Final Fantasy
yeah,
basically,
exactly.
actually
right?
actually
So,
it's a mixed it's actually mixed reception because the things that I read about Final Fantasy 15 is the characters are good.
oh
They're
really?
fine,
Okay.
yeah.
But overall, though, the biggest negative in Final Fantasy 15, based on reception, based on critics and people from threads,
The
is
side
the main story.
quests.
No, the side quest is actually amazing. The end game, the overall world, the main story in itself. It's not something that you would get really into.
It's
Like,
not grand world saving.
I don't know if it's Grand World thing, but it's not. It's I can't say dull, but it's pretty much the weakest point of 15 based on
The,
reception.
the main
That's fine.
storyline, you mean?
As
Oh,
long as
Yeah,
the
the
game
main
is good,
storyline.
right?
because
Yeah.
I haven't played it, but like I heard the side quests got a little bit repetitive also
Well, that's the
after a
reason
point.
they're
Oh.
side quests.
Yeah.
Actually, the whole just
Well,
exploring, I think, is the only like the biggest highlight because it's really a big world.
mm.
Like there's so much to do, and watching streams, watching people play it, like people are just in chapter 1 and they've been spending 10 hours there.
Dude,
Just-
I'm like I replayed the game just 2 hours ago because thanks to a
Yeah.
friend who bought the game yesterday, and since
Mhm.
his PS4 Pro isn't here yet, he was kind enough to like stream it here with me yesterday, and then let me keep the copy for like the next 2 days because he has
Oh,
nothing to do with it anyway. So like, oh, it's perfect. Like I can't buy it myself at the moment, but I can get to play it, yo.
Oh.
So I started a while ago
Yeah.
again from the
Like,
beginning.
go ahead, start it off with the impressions. Like, go ahead. How was 15 in your?
Yeah, so like it's what you expect. The game starts off with your broken ass car, and you push it by holding R2, as
Yeah.
that Stand By Me cover plays.
Great
Oh.
way to start.
joy,
Yeah,
joy me.
So
and,
basically, Conan O'Brien was pretty accurate when he.
he was super right. Yeah, like it's nothing even. You have to push it up to a point, then the title screen comes up, and then it fades to black, and you're at Sid's place getting your car fixed. So that's the entire deal. You have your car fixed, you're flat broke, you have 0 gil, which is apparently a different currency from the capital. Kind of like a Star Wars Episode 1 feel where, oh, your Republic credits don't work here. So Cindy, Sid's granddaughter, that fine Texas, piece of ass, she gives you $1,000, and you can spend that to buy like potions and whatever, eat at the diner. We know someone who got mad because they're the people who were meant to cover the playtest last week spent it all on food.
Mhm.
And I know exactly what it is because that jambalaya meal is 700 gil out of 1,000. And like that's the most expensive thing in that area because like swords are 45 to 75 bucks. Potions are 50, stuff like that.
Jambalaya, 700.
Jambalaya is 700.
What do you get out of that?
It's you know how Monster Hunter has you can eat up before a hunt, and it
Yeah.
gives you temporary
Yeah.
stat boosts. It's the same thing.
Yeah. What is the stat boost? What's the stat boost for this 750 kind of meal?
So like you can also eat when you camp, and that will give you a like a temporary stat boost for like say 2/3 of the day from morning up to afternoon, you have this stat boost on you.
Oh, okay.
It's usually around like plus 150 on your HP, maximum HP, a 20%
Oh.
attack boost, stuff like that. So the Jambalaya has like 3 big stat boosts. Or you can have this really cheap fucking chili in a bowl for 50 gil, and it gives you a 15% attack boost. Like, okay.
That's better.
that.
That sounds way better. I'll have a hot dog, please.
So yeah, and I'm at that point where you're getting your car fixed, and Cindy sends you on a quest to kill some monsters that have been terrorizing the outpost, and she's gonna pay you for it.
Hmm.
So after you do that, you can just go back and get your car. Then you can drive around and continue on your quest. Okay.
Okay.
So like instead of, it takes you around an hour and a half to do all that, up until the point where you get back to your car and it's fixed.
Yeah.
But instead of doing that, because your party members tend to converse as you're just walking along, right? So Gladio says, "Oh, let's go check out that diner," and like, okay, I haven't been inside that diner yet. Let's go. And then the fucking the guy at the counter is like, he has 3 options: talk, buy, and I think quests. Yeah, that's the 3. So when you talk, there's no conversation. It just pings a bunch of shit on your map, and like, yo, that's helpful. That's a lot of
Oh,
stuff.
it just shows you where like the points of interest.
Yeah,
within the
it pings
area.
up all the things in that immediate area of the map, because
Oh,
it's
great.
obviously sectioned off,
Uh-huh.
I guess, by big loading screens and whatever barricades and whatnot. So that
Right.
takes care of that. Then the buy is where you buy the jambalaya. It's super expensive. You can also sell stuff. I don't know if you can sell anything to him. I'd
Yeah.
assume you could, but yeah, there's that. Because you can also buy ingredients somewhere else and make Ignis cook for you, you know.
Right.
And then the quests. So yeah, it was a bunch of kill X number of this beast and money. And
Mhm.
like instead of getting my car back, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go kill some of that because I just bought this new ice gun. I'm gonna check it out. So that's pretty cool. I'm guessing I could have done that after I got my car, because then I can have the advantage of driving instead of running everywhere. Because
Right, right.
How does it feel though? I mean, like you're playing it for like a good couple of hours in the first part. Is it something that would kind of die out just by the general? Because I'm assuming it's a open world, and you'll have some kind of formula of like, here's what you do, here's what you do it over and over again.
No, it's what you expect. You're running around, you hear battle music, and some monsters aggro, some monsters don't unless provoked.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can they sort of phase in from a far ass distance and whatnot. You can sneak around some of them because there's a
Mhm.
sneak mechanic. I don't know, but most of the open world is empty. Like how MGS5 is, where most of it is just
Uh,
barren area, and then
and
here's
there's just
points of
outposts
interest.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and like, oh, here are the obvious possible spawn areas for monsters. So there's going to be a lot of running around doing nothing. We know that the car can fly at some point, right?
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
don't know what freedom that entails, because the car alone only lets you drive on roads. If you try to go off to the edge of the roads, it'll sort of magnetize you back.
Oh, okay. You can't just go GTA in the
No,
open
you
world.
cannot just flip your car if you wanted to.
Yeah, because
You're limited to
if
the
that was
road.
possible, I would have seen it already in the TMG Facebook page.
Oh
being
yeah,
uploaded by
man.
you.
Of
So
course.
that's like the first thing.
I
I
do
would
it for
see.
science, people have to know.
Yeah.
So there's that. I guess that's what the chocobos are for. I don't have them yet, but from what I've seen on Facebook, you seem to get them pretty early.
It
And
kind of makes sense because
yeah,
like if you have
that
the
seems to be
car,
your traversal in between the roads,
it kind of
because
makes sense because
your running speed is really slow and your sprint has a stamina bar, so that doesn't
which
help.
apparently you can actually glitch. You can actually make it infinite somehow.
Oh really?
Glitch
Apparently,
the
yeah.
chocobo. Oh, okay.
Like when you're running, I don't know how you do it, but when you're running, I saw it happen. When you're running and your stamina is about to deplete, he does some kind of dodge or some kind of move, which instantly makes it full. It kind of
Oh,
resets. I don't know what happens. I don't know what he does, but there's a way right now.
there's a way to
Uh,
reset that stat somehow.
Yeah, make it infinite and I saw it in the Korean stream. Go figure, right? But
Time to raise my APM.
But yeah, Final Fantasy 15.
It's as absurd as you think. Like the whole camping thing, where they just bring out all this gear out of nowhere and then leave it there. That's
But
pretty ridiculous. But it's a video game. I mean,
yeah,
um, I made that video about when they take the photo in front of the car, and then I put Backstreet Boys music in it because it's
yeah,
Yeah.
silly.
you did do that.
A
That was
friend of
pretty
mine
good.
pointed out that when Prompto asks Cindy to take the photo, he just pulls the camera from out of his ass out of nowhere. Like it just appears in his hand. And it's a DSLR. You can't shove that in your back pocket.
Oh,
It's a video
apparently
game.
Prompto
Yeah, it's a
can.
video
So
game.
let's see.
But then again, your swords disappear in midair, and that's canon. So
Actually,
Noctis doesn't shove his phone in his pocket; it just
shout out
disappears.
shout outs to Robert from Ungeek because I think he posted something about when cause he's playing Final Fantasy 15 as well, and he shared a photo of Prompto doing a selfie,
Oh
right?
yeah, he takes photos where you don't even know. Like he doesn't do it physically in the game, but when you camp and check out his photos, like, oh, he saved the screenshot of me doing a silly combat move.
Yeah,
Like
I mean, and
some
Robert
photos look
was
good, some look really silly. Like there was
yeah.
one where Ignis was doing a backflip, and then Gladio was just like running behind him, and then me half blinking in the air with my head sort of clipping through my arm just a bit. Like, oh,
It's actually a good concept, but what's funny about Robert is like he was like saying like, "Tangina, ano yan, Prompto na to." That was mid battle. The guy was taking a selfie mid battle when he was
actually,
fighting.
if you look at the skill tree, which is I guess like you can compare it to the sphere grid from 13 and 10 and all that.
Looks like yeah.
There's a
For the
skill there where you can actually tell Prompto to take a photo mid battle. You command him to take a photo
God.
because that's his personal skill, photography.
Are you serious? The grid
Yes,
has
the
a
grid
fucking like
has that, and it costs a fair amount of AP as well, which is weird.
Oh god,
Is there actually any combat benefit to taking a photo in
I
battle?
don't
Or
know, man, but if this is 60 hours of free roam combat, then why the fuck not?
that's so weird.
so
And
wait, so far you've not really progressed the main story, right? Because it sounds
Yeah.
like you've just been fucking around while your car's getting fixed.
I think majority of the people who's playing Final Fantasy 15 is fucking around
No,
because
to be fair, the first
I
2 hours
like
of every Final Fantasy game is nothing, right? It's all like either lore in your face or some form of grinding and running from
yeah.
point A to point B. But it's an RPG. It's a JRPG. It takes a while, but I'm enjoying it. It seems that the rest of the world is enjoying it. It's a
Yeah,
good thing.
that's what I wanted to ask is, do you think it's got like staying power? Like, could you be doing what you're doing now for the next 60 hours and be
Honestly, I
happy and
could
entertained?
because
Okay, that's good then.
the combat,
That's
like the combat, isn't as snappy as you'd want it to be because you expect it to feel like an action game,
right.
but
Right.
it's not. I've had people who say they like to mash the attack button, and I keep telling them it's not responsive that way. You have to hold it
Mm,
because they do random flurries of attacks. They don't do DMC inputs or Kingdom Hearts inputs.
Mhm.
So and the parry mechanic is not very clear sometimes because even though you hold the phase button to auto dodge and it drains your MP,
mm,
but like
Yeah.
it's not like an auto cancel where the moment you hold the button he will dodge. You have to wait for your attack animation to finish before he'll go into that state. And since the combat is kind of hectic, plus you get stuck in a bush somewhere because it's just there in the field. Like it's not very clear what's hitting you sometimes and what's not. But I'm sure that's something that you can get used to. Especially, you're
I
going to
think
be
this
doing this
game
for the
has
next
staying
60
power.
hours. It's fine.
I really think this game has really strong staying power though because um just just like the whole like the first thought of like here's inviting the player right off the bat to just explore right off the bat like
Actually,
there
yeah, like it's surprising how fast that kicks in. Usually in most
Yeah.
RPGs, even not just Final Fantasy, it takes
I
you a
think
while to get to like walk out of town.
I think they
Yeah.
got
Go to a
burnt
shop.
by Final Fantasy 13, which only lets you get walk kind of freely after like 30 hours or something.
Yeah, this is a very stark,
So
like
this is the exact opposite of
polar
that.
opposite. Yeah,
Actually, based from what I understand on the reviews and the critics, they're saying that Final Fantasy 15 is the complete opposite, literally. In the start, it's where it's really open, and towards the second half is where it becomes narrow just to finish the story.
Well, that's fine because I'm sure at that point you're kind of you want it
Yeah.
to funnel
Yeah,
you in.
exactly. You're kind of done with
The second
doing all
half
the
will start to
open world
funnel you,
stuff.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
kind of
start to
just want to
funnel
see
you
what's
in.
going on.
And I don't know. It's like it's a good mix. People like want to do like do the battle. Some people actually want to do the side quest. Some people are actually fishing. I saw a stream of like someone's fishing for like
I'm
2 hours.
sure that minigame is fun. It looks fun. So there's that. And
The guy was
so many
freaking
food
out.
photos
Running.
on Facebook. You were telling us
Yeah.
a while ago that your Facebook feed is either about like the protests that happened today,
Hmm.
food photos on Instagram, and Final Fantasy
Hmm.
15 food photos.
Hmm.
And you are correct. That's the same thing I've been seeing on my feed all day.
Hmm.
Yesterday was
It's
about
okay. It's
everyone
kind of
taking a
but
photo of the downloaded patch because it was like 9
no.
gigs.
It's either the downloaded patch of Final Fantasy 15 or them holding the case of Final Fantasy 15 or a selfie with the Final Fantasy 15 case
Yeah,
or the long
some
line of
form of
Final
the
Fantasy
line
15.
or the game in the
Yeah.
shop. Yes, correct.
And I was like saying,
Now,
wow, this is amazing because I'm being choked by protest posts all day on Facebook, and then all of a sudden I just see Prompto or Noctis every now and then. Like
or even the
refreshing.
the new PS4 Slim Final Fantasy 15 because we know of some people who bought that.
Yeah.
That looks
Yep.
really
Some
cool.
people, some
Actually.
people who've been actually waiting to buy a PlayStation went out and bought that version.
I'm
So,
surprised that didn't sell out as fast. 'Cause it wasn't.
well,
It's not all that expensive either. Because sure, it's about almost the price of a PS4 Pro, but it comes with a copy of the game,
yep.
which pretty much
And I think it's got
justifies it,
some
right?
Yeah,
other extra
definitely.
stuff. I don't know.
And speaking of the game price, it's ridiculously expensive
Yeah,
here.
let's talk about the game price.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I think it's because of the increase of the conversion in general. Because I think it's been a while since the Philippines hit $50. So now
That could
Final
be
Fantasy
it.
15 was stamped with a
That could be it, or it could also
2,995.
be, they know the hype, so they kind of bumped it up just a bit. I mean, I
Could
could
be
see that
either
happen
or.
because
Just
they
for the first week.
like say I looked at Data Blitz's release posts yesterday, and I saw that they
Right.
had one of the imported Gundam games from Japan, G Generation something, and that was like
Yeah.
2.8. Usually, import games hit up to 3.5, like 3,500 pesos.
Yep.
That's
If
a
you
good
get the
point,
region
yeah.
one, you probably get something like 3.5, almost
Yeah.
100 US.
Yeah, and then this game is cheaper than a Southeast Asian release of Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, because Final Fantasy 15 is 2,995 for a standard copy. That is
I- just out of curiosity, I'm gonna check how much it is on Play Asia because that usually has very
yeah.
standard prices.
Speaking of
Uh,
price, though, what you played, I'll start with you first. Would you actually buy it on the price it is, or would you actually spend money in general just to play it?
whew.
I'm not sure if I would buy it right now because
Uh-huh.
this game isn't going anywhere. I'm sure like shops will
It's
not run out of copies of this game.
No. Yeah, not you
But
can get it on a later date, but is it like
yeah,
what you see, what you've played? You will spend money to play it.
I'm sure there's no issue of buyer's remorse anywhere because it does seem really fun.
Okay.
Mm,
But like right now, 3K is still asking for a bit
Yeah.
too much.
yeah, it's actually the same on Play Asia for the Asian version. You want to know how much the US copy cost?
How much?
Sure.
6,000, almost 6,000 pesos.
Dang, dude.
Crazy. Yeah, for a American region one release. Nuts.
I
But I
was
have a
actually
feeling
very tempted.
it's probably a
Of,
combination of one, the peso weakening, and then two, yeah, it's such a hype game that they can afford to
Yeah, I'm sure it's a
bump the
mix of
pricing
both.
for the first few weeks.
yeah, and I think Square Enix finally, based on from what I'm reading, based from what everybody's saying, I think Square Enix can finally say, oh, thank God, this franchise isn't going anywhere because it wasn't like any other Final Fantasy games before it. Like this is
Yeah,
well
it's really
received.
good.
This is a well received title.
Yeah,
Not the
it's
perfect
actually really
one, but really
surprising
well received.
because there was
Based
that
on
long
what?
there was that long stretch of time when after 13, basically, when they would announce like, oh, we have a new Final Fantasy game, you're like, oh, great, another one. You weren't excited anymore. And I
Because for
think
me, well,
this
based
one,
on what I was seeing was because they were kind of well, for me, they felt like they were drowning me with Final Fantasy 13 lore when I said I don't want it.
Yeah,
I
and
never
don't
want it.
forget, this game was supposed to be part of that lore, and it sort of still kind of is if you look deep enough.
Yeah,
I have a
and
feeling that's
a lot
probably
of
why
people
the
consider
primary
this.
story.
What?
Sorry,
Sorry.
go on, go on. No, I was
No,
about to say, yeah, go on, go on.
we're online, so we're having a
Yeah,
hard.
that lag is real.
Yeah. Don't forget though that Final Fantasy 15 is it's versus 13. This is what a 10-year project, and a lot of people are
Yep.
saying
More or
this is
less.
it's in the same line or in the same story as what happened to Duke Nukem.
Duke
Um,
Nukem. Ah, okay,
Oh
yeah.
no.
yeah, it went through a lot of patches. It went through a lot of changes. We don't know who's gonna come out. We don't know who's gonna fix. A lot of people left the project. A lot of people came back into the project. It went
Had
to
switched directors at one time.
yeah, and now it became 15 rather than versus 13. It's supposed to be in Lightning's lore, but now it has its own lore. It's like there was so much patching and so much juggling that this could be completely messed up once it fully gets released. Because that's not it's not like Hideo Kojima was holding this all throughout. There are so many people holding this project, and that's so many visions being jumbled around. And then there's a lot of pressure going on with this project. So the fact that this was able to it actually came out and it actually became a full-fledged Final Fantasy that majority of the fans just might like. That's a big success for Square Enix already. Like it's slowly tipping to the point where I think 10 years was slowly being justified already based on what people are playing or what people are saying.
Yeah, that's what
Duke Nukem. But
exactly
you're
what I
saying
wanted. I wanted to say that it's probably one reason why the main story suffers is because it's gone through that
yeah,
Duke Nukem process,
yeah.
and it's a patchwork of verse 13 with new ideas, and you have to remove certain characters and try to fix shit, and
Mhm.
you end up
Oh,
with kind of a mishmash thing that sort of
Yeah.
works, but not really. Yeah, yeah.
I don't think it's that bad because I remember hearing about like the development of this even before it came back proper. Because remember they did have that CGI trailer video whatever
Hmm.
of Noctis in a car and with the floating swords.
Right.
And
Yeah.
actually, at that point, that was it. There was no proper story. All they had was like the premise
Just
of
knock this in the car.
oh, Noctis, girl, invisible swords. So, and even if it is related to FF13, it's that weird thing where here's where 13 took place, here's where Type 0 took place, and it was like 1,000 million years before.
Yeah,
And
so
then
there's
15 is like
barely
at the
any.
very end of it in the future.
Mm.
So
but
all your old characters are super dead. Magic may not be the same as it was before. It's like how they link FF Tactics to FF12, where FF Tactics was in the future of Ivalice, where magic is dead and was replaced with technology,
yeah.
and I mean the opposite, where technology died down and it was just magic. And then 12 took place where they both coexisted.
Hmm.
Where it's related, but it's not directly related. So you're fine. You can do whatever you want.
But um, with the original, like technically the first time we see Noctis in his invisible swords, I remember that video actually giving the impression that the sword somewhat is like subconsciously
Yeah,
protecting him.
in that trailer, it was protecting him. Now it's just like, here's your
It's just
inventory floating.
no, I mean, yeah, like it's like he'll just call it. He'll just call when he needs it. When he'll need a spear, he'll show up.
It's actually funny because when you switch weapons on the D-pad, it sort of
Yeah,
cycles, like your weapons cycle through in that way where they're invisible and floating in the air. But
yeah.
they cycle like as if you're, picking an inventory in a video game, kunyari. But
Mm.
then your party members comment on that, like, "Hey, watch where you're swinging that thing." I'm like, okay,
Damn it, Prompto.
that's cool. That game is okay.
I don't. I'm not too sure if I want to buy it. I was kind of like tempted to buy it just because of the hype of the
You
FUD.
can wait. I'm sure you can wait. I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, I can wait, but
Yeah,
then
I'm not.
I
I'm not
get
getting it.
getting reminded that there's actually a lot of games I can also play as well, and I also I bought also Deus Ex Human
Mankind
Revolution.
Mankind.
Divided.
No, not
Oh,
Mankind.
you
'Cause
bought Human Rev.
I played Human Rev in the PS3 way back when it came out,
Ah, okay.
and I bought it really cheap on Autumn Steam for 120 pesos. Human
Nice.
Revolution. And I did that just simply because I somewhat don't remember any of the story. And if I want to get Mankind Divided, which is like 1-4, it's really cheap now, which I'm eventually going to buy, might as well refresh myself what the fuck Jenkins is doing. So I'll play it again. That's the plan. But yeah, I have no rush. Um, and Will, you also have no rush because you're actually playing a multitude of games from the looks of you're actually.
Well, I was on vacation over the weekend, so I
Oh
did
yeah,
not have
yeah.
access to my usual gaming setup. But I did bring along my 3DS, so I've been playing the new Phoenix Wright, which is not that new anymore, but I haven't started yet. So I've been playing Phoenix Wright, Spirit of Justice, and enjoying that immensely. I'm on the third case already. It's kind of funny. So the basic storyline is Phoenix Wright goes to this foreign country to visit Maya, who's a recurring character from the series, and he leaves Apollo and Athena back at home in LA, which is Japan, basically. Yeah, and they have so he has to deal with cases there in this foreign country, and then Apollo has cases back home. And the more I play it, the more I realize like he goes the country he goes to is called Kurain. Like that's the name of the country. It says this kind of Tibetan sort of Japanese Tibetan sort of inspiration to it. But the more like you get into like the cases there, the more you realize, good lord, this place is North Korea.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Really?
Oh no.
it's because they basically worship this god king, this like queen who's like the descendant of their religious like figure. Like imagine if Buddha had descendants, and
Yeah.
yeah, and then the current king of the country is like the descendant of Buddha, and then the whole country is Buddhist, right? So it's kind of
Yeah.
like that. So that's one. Second, when the justice system is completely unfair because apparently what happened, they have this thing called like the Defense Attorney Act or whatever, which means if the defense attorney defends his client and the client is found guilty, the defense attorney will receive the same punishment as the client, which is usually death. So this is a country that hates lawyers, basically, for some reason. I don't know yet why.
Because you
And
play a
that's
lawyer.
what's
That's why.
yeah. You play a lawyer basically. And then the third thing, which I just found out today, they have a bootleg version of the Steel Samurai, which is another recurring kind of character from the series. It's supposed to be this popular TV show. So there's a bootleg version of that in this country. Um, I can't remember the name, but it's basically the same thing. It's got the same theme song and everything,
Really?
right?
Really?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like literally the same theme song with different instruments. And like the person who's there is like, oh no, this is a completely original invention of right. We didn't get inspired from anything. So
That's hilarious.
yeah, it's pretty funny. And like I mentioned, also there's a hamburger reference during one of Apollo's cases, which was I found really funny
Yeah, if you don't know what
as
that
well.
means, it's the webcomic that made fun of, Phoenix Wright taking place in LA when it's clearly Japan.
Japan. Yep.
And yeah, they're sticking to their guns. It's still LA, and they sort of said that it's like a faux alternate LA where it has a mix of Japanese cultures.
Yeah,
But like,
it's so weird.
if Phoenix Wright is eating sushi rolls,
Sushi.
and he just tells Apollo to like, "Oh, eat your burgers, Apollo," and like, "No, Phoenix, these aren't hamburgers. These are clearly sushi rolls." And like, "No,
No,
eat
these
your
are
burgers,
hamburgers.
Apollo." It's a localization thing. This game is really like the series is really old.
Yeah, the series is not. I mean, the
I have
gameplay.
yet to see if I can actually do a Phoenix Red game.
You
Or
Play the
should.
first one. First one's really good.
You should enjoy
yeah,
it.
but I got no
It's. I mean,
3DS.
Just
So
Put it on an emulator on your
You can
phone.
no, you can actually get it on your phone. I think the
Yeah,
first three are available
actually-
on phone.
Oh, really?
Actually, I guess it's part of new,
Okay.
like a bit of news then that we didn't cover. This came out like last week at that. Phoenix Wright 1, 2, and 3 have an HD remastered version on 3DS and iOS, and I think Android now as well.
Yeah.
Also, the fifth game got ported to iOS and mobile Android.
Oh god, I think I
So-
saw Colin's post about the jambalaya.
Yes, yeah.
Anong Final Fantasy 15
It's super real, man.
food post. He literally had a screenshot of the actual food. It actually looks good. I'm sorry, I'm sidetracking.
It's fine. I saw a post yesterday or the other day on the official Ace Attorney Facebook page that they are also porting a remastered version of Apollo Justice on mobile.
There you
That's
go.
pretty good because Apollo Justice is said to be the least favored of the series just because of the fact that you don't play Phoenix right at the start.
Yeah, and also, well, I think
Like, that
we
game
still
is
haven't
great,
heard
though.
any news of proper Edgeworth 2 game coming out.
No, nothing about that.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, so I've been playing this. I'm on the third case. The gameplay is the same as the other games.
Yeah, going off the trailer, I don't think there's any changes from 5 except for the more modern 3D presentation style. Like, they do more swooping camera shit now in the 3D environment.
Yeah, a lot more swooping camera stuff and
which is
and
cool, but
dramatic stuff like that. But
it doesn't.
that's all the
Yeah,
same.
it doesn't change much.
All the same dumb shit that you remember is there, like Apollo's bracelet. Oh, you're lying! I can tell. 'Cause
They're weird superpowers that are completely unfair.
Or Phoenix Wright. Oh, my Magatama's glowing. You're lying. And you're hiding something.
How do you find that retcon for how they spell Kurain?
No, the thing is that they explain is Kurain village is the village of Maya in Japan
Kurain
/ America, right?
Oh, so Kurain is somewhere else.
Kurain is the country apparently where the spirit medium bullshit originated.
Okay. Maybe they hate lawyers because of that fucking issue that
But
came up in the
I'm
second
telling
game.
you, it's North Korea. I'm telling because like it's hilarious because like everyone the main not the main prosecutor but the
Lolita girl.
Yeah, you basically meet this girl who's like kind of like your friend / and kind of antagonistic type of character, right?
Yeah, the key prosecutor in that area. Yeah, you can call it that.
What's the term when it's a Japanese term when like the girl like likes you but she acts like she hates you?
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, Tsundere.
Tsundere, yeah, she's basically that to you there, and like the whole time she's saying like, "Oh, our country's so great. Look at all these things," and like she's like showing off like like for example that Steel Samurai ripoff and like all this other crap like and then Phoenix in his mind he's thinking, but we have all those things too and we're so much better. Why do they think it's so good here? So it's basically North Korea in my mind. Having a hard time not seeing this much anymore. But yeah, definitely if you're a fan of the game, get it. I mean, it's digital only, unfortunately. I really
much is
wish.
Is it like a weird $35 price or something that Nintendo likes?
It's about $30, I think. 30 or it's about $30.
Sounds bad.
Because no, it's not bad, but it's weird because Nintendo doesn't understand how sales work. So when they put something on sale, it's not like, oh, this is now $19.99. It's on sale. It's $21. Like may bungi pang $1. Like,
yeah, here Spirit of Justice is $29.99 right now. So there you go.
That's the only way to get an English game. Japan has a physical copy, but we can't read that. Eat your burgers.
Well, there you go.
Eat the burgers, Apollo. And this is the second, I think, digital only. Third one. Digital only Phoenix Wright game because they had Dual Destinies and then they had the trilogy that you mentioned earlier.
Mm-hmm.
That also came out digital only, I think, in the West.
Hopefully, 4 also hits the 3DS, just so you can have all of them on the 3DS.
Yeah, that'll be Apollo Justice, and then hopefully they'll bring in the prosecutor games as well at some point. Although I don't think those were as popular either. The
The
what,
Edgeworth game.
yeah, the Edgeworth games.
Well,
Oh,
that
that's
other spin-off
interesting.
might not even hit the States because it's so embedded in Japanese culture that it
The
just won't
one
translate well.
the one the
The
like
industrial
it's
Japan era
that's yeah,
with
unfortunately.
Sherlock Holmes and
Which,
pink-haired girl Watson.
but we got Leighton versus Phoenix, right? That was pretty cool. So
Was
we'll
it?
see. I liked it.
Okay,
I
good.
liked.
No one talks about that game for some reason.
I was so hyped for it when it came out. It's
I
okay.
was
It's not the
too.
greatest game ever, but it's all right. It's all right. So yeah, I've been playing that. Other stuff I've been exploring, dabbling in a bit. I installed Far Cry Primal finally
Huh.
because I need to play that. I haven't really played too much into it, but so far it feels the
Open.
same as every other Far Cry game
Yeah,
that
it
I've
is.
played.
Well, I did borrow Far Cry Primal and I did play it, and I got so bored. Like so fucking bored. I mean, I didn't finish the game. I gave it back to my friend. I'm like, no. Like, did you finish it?
Yeah,
No.
it's the same thing. Capture camps, get collect stuff, craft shit. It's typical
And in the
Ubisoft open
story,
world.
technically, you're technically the bad guy. Well, basically, for me, I think you're the bad guy because you're like, I tried trying to enter a new world, a new area already inhabited by different tribes. So you're just kicking their ass, but you can control it.
Just like
But
a
like you're the
true American.
yeah, because like
Happy
they're all
Thanksgiving.
established already. But no, you want to conquer a new world. I'm like, okay, whatever, dude. But yeah, Far Cry Primal, Ubisoft style open world. There's no tower, right? No, there's no tower. There's actually a bonfire. No, sorry,
There's
yes, there's a
bonfires
bonfire.
now,
Yes,
which are on
yeah.
hills basically. So
Yeah, and
almost,
And
your UAVs are owls
yeah, pretty much you get to train owls
to drop
and
bombs on
tigers
things on
and
people.
mammoths. So yeah, that's what I've been playing. And then I don't know. Did you guys buy anything on during sale? Because yeah, you bought Deus Ex. I actually did something different. I went on Origin, which was also having sales, and I bought the story DLC for Dragon Age Inquisition because I haven't played that yet. Actually, I bought Dragon Age Game of the Year edition because that was cheaper than buying all the story DLC for the
oh, you
game.
actually bought it in the end.
Yeah, it's cheaper than buying the story DLC, so
That's funny. Yeah,
why not?
that's really funny.
But I have
No,
to
but yeah,
install that and
the
get
Steam
around
sale's
to
really
playing it
done.
again.
Like I'm just 2 secs. That's 120 pesos. Like that's the cheapest amount of money I've spent on a sale. So
You
just
have no
120
idea
pesos.
how many people kept tagging me in both the Steam sale posts and then the PSN Black Friday sale that happened.
Oh yeah, that is Black
And
Friday
I'm
stuff.
like,
Yeah.
I have no money, so I'm just not gonna look. And then like a friend of mine gifted me a tower defense game that he got on sale. Just because I told him I'm not looking at the Steam sale, leave me alone.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
I
buy
got a free
anything.
game. Thanks.
I'm good. If I buy anything, it's like I'm shooting myself in the foot. Like, but there's a lot I want to get.
Oh man, so many releases. It's
I
insane.
did get Titanfall 2, which people should buy
Yeah, there's a
because
free weekend coming up too.
Yep,
yes, play it. It's an amazing
Ooh.
game.
I am going to install that and play it. Hopefully, it won't take me the whole weekend to download, but I do want to try out the multiplayer for.
It's a
So are we gonna
and
where are we gonna do that? PC or PS4?
oh,
Because
it
it's
depends on
free
who you like.
on.
Depends on who you like more, me or Will. It's really- if you go PS4, you like me.
I
If you
wanna
like,
do it on both, but I don't think I can download that much in that
I don't know,
short
it's like
amount of
50
time.
plus. Yeah, it's like 50 plus if ever. So,
Oh my
full of
god,
audio.
that's a lot of audio files.
It's a lot of audio files. There's a lot of mech sounds you have to
So much
download.
WAV.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool though. Not only are you getting the weekend free multiplayer, you're also everybody who has the game will also get the free deals of free DLC, the free map, which is the remaster of a map in the first game, which is one of the most popular maps, even my favorite one, Angel City. So we're getting that for free as well. And
Angels.
it's a really good
Are
map. It's actually
are the
it's
Power
the map.
Rangers stationed there? Oh wait, that's
It's the
Angel
map.
Grove. Never mind.
I think it's the map that they used to introduce Titanfall. I think, but I'm not too sure. And they're gonna add in 6 more Titan kits, which pretty much adds more customizations for your Titans, and as well as kill animation, which because there's a skill in Titanfall where you can actually phase through, like you disappear, and then you reappear.
Yeah.
There's going to be a kill animation where you disappear and you appear inside the guy. So you parang he explodes. He implodes because you reappear in front of him. So that's one kill animation, and then they're going to add in an in-game cosmetic store. So if you guys want to spice up your Titan or your pilot using your real money, all cosmetics by the way, but they're gonna do that. They're gonna add that in. And there, Titanfall 2, yay! Because it's a really good game. Support it because it's dying slowly. You don't get a free weekend this early. Wala pa nga 1 month and getting a free weekend already. That just shows that there's no one playing. So play, buy it. But there.
There you go.
Cool. Taking a short break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Break. 15 minutes.
Is anyone on the YouTubes watching?
No.
Oh. Oh. I just shared the super cool Street Fighter GIF on the page. Check it out, guys. It's really cool.
Where are TMGs?
Yeah. It's pretty fucking cool. Super Moon. I'm taking a bathroom break. Be right back.
Oh man, that's actually pretty cool, dude. That's actually pretty cool.
Why is Ryu green?
Judgy. If you want, let him be green if he wants to. I was playing Rainbows. I know why Migs is not around because he's sleeping after work because we were playing Rainbow Six Siege.
All night.
Not all night. When after I ate dinner, so around 7, till we started. He has a 3 a.m. Call in for work. And I'm so pissed off. I don't know what's wrong with my download, but I'm trying the fucking Division 1.5 patch. Don't know what the fuck it's inside. Might be the whole DLC, but it's fucking 13 gigs. I don't understand this. I'm gonna start with No Man's Sky,
Sure.
because that's what I've been playing. And what's really interesting is No Man's Sky
The
is
Nubs
40%.
is on the YouTubes.
He's not sleeping? Tangina.
He's watching. Dude, he's on a night shift now. Or
Yeah, but
morning shift.
we stopped playing Rainbow Six Siege because he's supposed to go to sleep because he has to work at 3 a.m. and he's not. Oh well, it's his life.
That's dedication, man.
Yeah, I know.
Watching
Yeah.
our shit, I guess. I don't know.
No Man's Sky in Steam is 40% off, and it's a top seller right now.
Good, I guess. I haven't tried the update. I got it, but I haven't tried it yet.
I've been playing it all afternoon. It's actually fun. And
Yeah, but like if you build a super base, does that mean you won't have much of a reason to explore?
no, it's fun because of survival mode. and the base makes sense because of survival mode.
What
That's
happened?
all.
What's the difference? Or do we
I'll
talk
talk about
about
it
that
later.
na lang? Yeah.
I'll talk about it later.
Content.
It's only 863 pesos, 40% off.
Yeah, I heard about the price drop also for that. So it's easier to justify now.
No, it's 40% off right now, lang. I don't know. It's 1.4. We can start now, by the way. Are we all good?
Yo.
Wilster.
Let me check
Yes,
my
sir. I'm
Audacity
good.
still working.
Still going.
Yeah. I'll talk about No Man's Sky, and then we're gonna head up to
Marvel.
Rumorland. We'll talk about Marvel.
All right.
That will end the show. We'll talk some Marvel. Um, yeah, I'll do a countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Moving on. I played a game that's currently been updated recently, out of nowhere. No Man's Sky. They got the Foundation update running out of nowhere, literally. And it was actually pretty surprisingly entertaining, weirdly enough. Um, what does the
So
Foundation
what
update?
comes in the Foundation update exactly?
Yeah. Well, essentially, it gives you the ability to actually build stuff now, and specifically, you can build your own base, your own
Mm.
um, base of operations. You can actually um, structure it the way think Fallout 4, like crafting system, where you're like first person, you're just like building stuff based on the materials you pick up. You can hire scientists, construction workers, and all that to be in your base, to even somewhat give you some kind of a role. Like if you give him resources, he'll give you a blueprint for another structure. So there's some mini goals within the whole building process. You can put plants to they can just grow stuff that you need in your base and all that. So they have base building, a couple of bugs that were fixed, and the most interesting and the most reason why I think people might come back for to play No Man's Sky is the new modes. Normal modes, what you had already come to expect from No Man's Sky. Creative gives you more freedom of just think Minecraft, I guess. They can just create stuff whatever you want. But the other one, which is survival, which makes it a much more difficult game. This is the reason why I think it's gonna be a lot of fun because this game, the survival mode is so punishing. Like I can't leave. I'm playing it all afternoon, and I can't leave my first planet. Still, like it's very punishing. Everything is out to kill you. So you're also constantly like not trying to get to the planet. You're constantly just trying to survive, essentially. Like,
Mm.
do you remember what the materials you need to like thrust your ship to fly once
Yeah.
like
Plutonium.
yeah plutonium. I think when you launch up, you use like what 25% of the fuel or
Yes,
whatever.
25% to take off.
Yeah, in survival, use 100%.
Oh Jesus! Oh my God! I mean, it's a super common thing to come across, but damn, dude,
And it's not anywhere a common thing to come across.
not anymore. Oh gosh.
No, I literally like when I found out that it takes 100% of your plutonium inside your ship to just fly. When I landed and I figured out, oh shit, I have no more plutonium. I was stuck there for 3 hours in some desert because I made a mistake, and I was like constantly searching um, for plutonium, and I can't veer too far because the planet I am in has radioactive elements in it. So my
Oh
suit
God, it's one of those
can
planets.
yeah, and my suit can only make me walk around for a good 2 minutes until it depletes. So it's either I go to the caves or go back to my ship and wait another 2 minutes until my thing completely um, fills up. And at the same time, my life support, whenever I sprint or jetpack or even walk, my life support goes down slowly. So everything is out to get me. The animals are super aggressive. They just don't like whatever I am. I don't know if I'm human. Um, They just don't like me. The Everything is just out to kill you, and when you die, your things break. I'm not too sure what happens in a normal game. I'm not sure what the penalty is when you die.
What things break? Like your
Like
gun?
my scanner breaks, my gun breaks. I lose money. I don't have full health, so
What does it mean if it like your gun breaks?
you have
It's
to
unusable or is it like half usable?
like I think the gun like I remember my because the gun I was using, I guess the part of the gun, like for example, because the scanner is a part of the gun, and I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
the
You
black
install it in one of the free slots.
yeah those that slot gets broken like for example the scanner gets broken or um I remember I upgraded my hazmat my exosuit to have like extra, like plus on sprint that broke one time. So I guess the upgrades that I implement on my either my multi tool or my hazmat suit, my exosuit, there's a chance of it breaking. And when I break it, it's I have to rebuild it again. So that's a kind of a hassle. Especially like even the scanner can break, so
Can
that also
you
breaks.
like repair it?
You have to find the materials to repair it.
Okay.
You have to walk around, and it's hard. It's hard, but it's actually fun. And I've read the Reddit forums, and people are like enjoying the difficulty. Like people are just stuck in one planet and just trying to stockpile and trying to
Actually,
survive.
yeah, that does sound more fun than exploring and doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, it's not about like oh I have so much stuff I'll just keep on stockpiling. It's more like crap. I scan and I see zinc over there and I need zinc. I need to actually get the materials I can carry with myself with me in order to actually survive the trek to zinc, and then hopefully come back in one piece. Because I'm not too sure in the normal game if you die you lose all the materials.
You lose whatever's in your bag.
Okay, okay,
That's it.
that's insane. Especially when your ship blows up, because the pirates are also pretty menacing.
Oh yeah, you lose your fucking like whatever's stored in your ship if they destroy your ship.
That sucks. That happened to me when I got pirated. That sucks. Um, but yeah, it's actually a lot of fun. I'm actually enjoying it, and
Well,
there's
that's cool because they turned what was mostly a nuisance when you're trying to explore, like
Mm.
your life support dropping or your heat shields, crashing down or the lack of
yeah
fuel. Because, your goal in the main game is to get out of there and find another planet, right? And name it something
yeah
stupid. But now that they turn it into a survival mode and like there's a greater consequence with dying and
yeah.
the base building is a thing, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'm
it
actually
might be
compliments
more
the
of a
base building.
Minecraft look to it now. I
It
think.
complements the base building because I'm building a base so that there's a point where I can store all my stuff and get what I need, like a safe point
Yeah,
because
there's boxes now.
yeah, stuff like that because I I'm scared that if I die or if I go out into space and I get pirated, I might lose everything.
But
Like
that's
I'm
also like kunyari, in a personal journey, you're trying to in survival mode, you're trying to like survive the shitty planet that you get thrown into. And
yeah
like, oh, what if the next planet has a nice atmosphere? I need to escape. Right, there's
So
that
far,
risk reward thing, I guess.
I reset the game like 3 times, and you always get thrown into the radioactive planet for some reason.
Always, you always get thrown to a shitty planet at the start.
Well, based on I reset it 3 times. I'm not too sure. I'm just that unlucky, or it
Is
doesn't
it
really
the
work.
same planet or is it different?
It's a different planet, but it's radioactive is the thing that you have to worry about.
And
So
I'm assuming this is separate from your regular save game.
when you can actually there's creative mode, survival mode, and normal mode, and each one has their own save slot.
Oh, nice.
So your normal one's okay, and
So
creative's different.
when you start in survival mode every time, is it a newly discovered planet or is it like,
It
dick
seems
butt
like it.
planet or something?
Well, I reset 3 times, and it looks always different. So
You got to keep doing it until you find the non-radioactive planet.
I know, but I found a routine already. Like I have to go to the cave if I want to survive. If I can't get back to my ship, I go deep under the caves and wait for my radioactive suit to come back. So like I have like little strategy going. I look for these plants to survive with my life support. So like it's like I I liked it because of the fact like when I see something that I need to get, I start to gauge like okay, how's my exosuit, how's my life support, and how's my ammo. Can I reach all the way there? That's the kind of thought process I get now out of No Man's Sky. Like, can I survive that fucking journey to get, like, for example, zinc or whatever? And that's actually pretty fun. And I think there's all you can actually buy freighters too, which I still don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I heard that was a
So
new thing.
I don't know what the freighters are for, but I know you can build also like stuff inside the freighters.
I guess
So
it's
there's a
like
lot.
it's essentially building a base in space, and you can store your
Yeah,
shit in it. I guess.
Yeah.
I have a base in the planet, and I guess the freighter will be the base in space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a base in space.
And plutonium is so like it's so rare to the point that I go to the space station and stay in the docking area where all the ships land.
And you just buy from them.
Yeah, I talk to all the aliens. I'm buying plutonium from them because like I can't. I need at least what 200 per landing at least. It seems like at 200 or
Yeah,
150.
200 per full.
Because it's 100.
that.
Like fuck.
It's insane.
And I'm still in the basic ship because I have no
And
money.
that means you need like 2 chunks because you're gonna spend it when you leave the space station.
I know. No, I don't. Nothing. I don't. No,
You don't? All right. Okay. I thought because you do in the regular
when
game,
I lift
you
off
burn
from a planet
25.
is when that's a problem. But yeah, I've been playing that. It's pretty cool. It's a ninja update, but a ninja update that's greatly appreciated because a lot of people were like wondering what's going on with No Man's Sky. Hello Games was not really talking about it. But I guess thank God, like this might actually breathe life back to No Man's Sky. And
It's
I
a
a
good
lot,
step in the right direction for sure. But do you
yeah,
feel like
and
it can, I know, like
what
is this enough, or does it still need a lot more work?
they need follow through. It's enough people to get to
They
raise
need to follow.
to have people. Oh, wow, okay, that's pretty cool. But they need more follow through, and we'll see how much they can actually keep up with the updates. For the foundation update, people have been playing it, and people have actually saw some like codes in the update stating that they might actually start putting in vehicles as well, like buggies and everything. So that could be
Okay.
a thing in the future. So yeah, step in the right direction for sure. I see a sense of purpose right now. Like I see a sense of purpose with with the resources I got and everything. Everything feels like I have to really think about it. Not like
Yeah,
before when I was playing it. It was hard.
like there's a video of this big update, and they showed some of the new stuff they added. Like you can put a self-farming machine on like these big
Yeah,
rocks
which
where
I'm
you can
trying to
get
figure out.
enough. Yeah, instead of like
Yeah.
mining this mountain rock until it's non-existent, you can stick
Yeah.
these like piston pumps, and then they will farm that material for you.
Yeah, I need to figure that out, and it seems like I need to find the blueprint for that. So like, there's it's a mini side quest in itself to figure it out, which I'm pretty digging right now. And and I don't know if you can do it in the previous game or the previous patch. You can plant like beacons that will actually, if you want to figure out like, hey, can you please find a suitable place for me for my base? They'll give you a waypoint, and here's
Oh,
you can put
nice. And I heard that you can also make
yours.
your own waypoints now, which thank God that game needed that.
Teleporters. Yeah, you can actually make you can actually make a like teleporters, which is like again it kind of complements the survival mode because
Yeah,
I don't want to keep using
you don't want to
plutonium to
trek
go
every
from.
time.
Yeah, so I'd rather like get some resources to make a teleporter, trek all the way to a certain really good spot, make the teleporter there, and then teleport back to my base or my ship's there. You know what I mean? That would be a pretty cool plan, and I'm trying to figure that out now. I just need to find the materials. But yeah, like it's I see a lot of purpose to the materials right now, and it's I'm digging it. And thank the Lord, this is something they should have added in the start, to be honest. Um, and yeah, that's about it. That's not No Man's Sky. Moving on, let's go to the rumor corner because
Rumors.
there's a lot
There's
of
a big one that's been going
Rumors.
around
rumors,
with the number 4.
which I think it's not true. Polygon is stating that development for Marvel vs. Capcom 4 is underway, and we might get a reveal of it during this year's PlayStation Experience in
In a few
December.
days, actually.
Yeah, in a few days. It's actually the first week of December. I totally forgot. Yeah. Um, let's just assume that it is happening because it's been 5 years actually since MVC3. So
Mm.
it doesn't make it kind of makes sense that this could be next in line, or yeah, and at the same time, like Phase 3 of Marvel's cinematic universe is like kicking
And
in.
Disney also reworked their contract for
Yeah,
Marvel games
not
a
not
few months
just for
back.
Marvel game, but for every Disney game. I think.
Yeah.
Right.
So that
So for,
reopened the door to Capcom making another
yeah.
Marvel
But
game,
one thing I
which
think,
up until that point got closed.
yeah. Well, one thing I think that was confirmed though was that image, the number 4 image,
Was falsified.
that was
Also,
fake.
yeah.
Yeah, I
But
saw that
whether the
post.
game or not will be coming out is
Yeah,
still up
that
to
that
debate.
4 image that got leaked and people thought that was the real deal was confirmed to be false. But then, was it Marvel that didn't deny that it was in the works or not?
They just said they had nothing to say at the time.
Yeah, at the moment. So it
Yeah.
could still be real. So we have to wait until this weekend because I think that was the deadline that was given. So
There's actually a lot of rumors roaming around because we might see it show up in PlayStation Experience.
there's
A lot of
there's
people
a
are
lot
saying,
of rumors saying that it's stated by Polygon specifically. Like,
yeah,
those
Yeah.
everything.
little Unilad insider video shorts on Facebook
Mm,
where they make those hipstery videos with text.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Like, I found it funny
GameSpot.com.
that it said that they specifically mentioned Polygon on that Marvel 4 rumor also. So if it's
Because
super
Polygon's who
wrong,
first mentioned it.
you're
Eh?
gonna eat
It's
shit, Polygon.
I know.
no,
But
but
that's a
you know,
shame.
I think the fighting game community has every right to be wary because if you remember a few weeks ago, there was that supposed leak of Baiken for Guilty Gear, and that turned out
Oh,
to
that was
be
fan made. That was really good
completely.
too.
It was completely false, but everyone bought it basically.
Yeah, and because that looked way more legit than this number 4.
That's true. No, but it's a 5 year gap now with 3 and 4, and it makes sense to have another Marvel vs. Capcom, especially for current generation.
They've been the community has been asking Capcom to update
Oh, dude, it's been more
3 for the
than it's
longest
been
time.
like 7
But
years now.
yeah,
Marvel came out in 2009.
but I hope
MPC3?
MVC3
if this
came out in
is
2009 because I bought my PS3 then.
Oh,
the
that was
Ultimate
5. It's even longer then.
VC3
Yeah,
out
no,
like the
Marvel
year
and
after.
Ultimate 3 came out in the same year because they only had a 6-month gap.
Yeah, because
Oh, okay.
Capcom's weird that way. Capcom's weird that way. Like-
Marvel is weird. Like, they promoted
Yeah.
that game so much, and then Ultimate came out, and nobody bought Ultimate.
Yeah, because it's another fucking disc. Fucking idiots.
It's way superior
I
though.
bought it again though, but so I'm the
I-
problem.
Because
the
it had
problem.
like fucking how many more new characters, right? And
Yeah, I want to play
a big system overhaul,
that too.
superior version. So weird.
But if, for example, if Marvel 4 does show up, I have a feeling that, and it's part of the rumor, I have a feeling that any X-Men is gone.
Yeah, that's also been going around because of the whole
That's
feud
a
with
big rumor.
Fox.
Yeah.
So Wolverine's
That's a
gonna
big exit to
skip a
Fox.
Marvel versus game? Come on,
Well,
don't
they're
do
gonna
that.
Magneto's gone, for example.
they're gonna throw. I'm actually okay with that, because I did feel the inclusion of certain characters in MVC3 seemed a bit forced because they just so happened to be top tier characters in 2, like Sentinel. I don't find Sentinel a very iconic Marvel
I
character,
love him though, man. His super
but
is called Hard Drive.
Marvel's he's not an iconic
But-
character. He's not even a character to begin with, but he is an iconic Marvel versus Capcom character.
Yeah, he was an
Yeah,
assist in
that's
MVC1 also. And Magneto
Yeah.
has skipped a few games, but he's been
He
in
has.
most of them, right? It's Wolverine who hasn't skipped any.
yeah,
So that's gonna
but
be a weird thing. I'm gonna miss that.
if they were to keep any X-Men, they should just keep Wolverine because I
Wolverine,
think he's
yeah.
the most.
He might be the one that
But
gets
most
put in.
likely, it's going to be if it does happen, it's going to be Avengers and Guardians. And
That's
pretty
fine,
much
man.
what we
Because they
have.
put Strange in there and Rocket Raccoon before they blew up. Imagine if Marvel 3 came out like 2 years ago or last year. That shit would
I'm
sell.
pretty sure they'll replace fucking Wolverine with Black Panther or something.
No,
Dumb like
come
want
that.
Black
on.
Panther.
Black Panther
No,
can't
not-
do Drill Claw. It's not the same. Berserker Barrage X.
Not the one replaced, but I do want to see Black Panther. It makes sense Black Panther would show up. Makes sense. They already
He
have
could be
Doctor Strange.
he could have Sabretooth's moves.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like I want
Forgot the
I
name of
want
that-
that,
that
I want
girl he
Peter
calls.
Quill. I want Peter Quill in
Oh,
Marvel.
dude, yeah, having Star Lord there would be nice.
That'd be pretty awesome. Peter Quill.
Just fucking imagine talaga if Marvel 3 came out like after the boom of Guardians and Deadpool and Doctor
Yeah,
Strange. Oh man.
yeah. Because because Deadpool movie did show up, Doctor Strange did show up, and of course Guardians. So and they had
Yeah,
that in
because like
three.
up until
So
Marvel 3, most of the world had no idea who Rocket Raccoon was.
yep.
That's awesome. Shit.
And I want to see
Yeah.
like Captain Marvel show up also.
Which one? There's a lot of
The
them.
one now, the one now. At
The
least.
lady one?
Yeah,
That's fine.
the one that's beating the crap out of Iron Man right now in
I
Civil
hope
War.
it's at least as good as Marvel 3. Because fucking Marvel 3 is a weird exception. It got so much work put into it that it didn't. You wouldn't expect that game to come out the way it was. You know, I'm sure they weren't given enough money, enough time. And yeah, that's one of my favorite fighting games ever.
Was it a success in your eyes compared to
Oh
two?
yeah,
No,
Yeah,
compared to
yeah,
two.
Marvel
but like
2?
sales wise, Capcom was like, "What the fuck is this trash? Get out of here!"
Marvel 2 was the most broken, rushed release ever.
Oh yeah, Marvel 2 did. I'm sure that game did not sell well because it came out on the Dreamcast. But that game is so beloved.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can't deny Marvel 2's influence on the fighting game community and
Oh
the growth
yeah,
of it.
like the reason Sentinel had that Lakers color scheme was because of Yipes' commentary.
Exactly right.
That's true. That's true. But I think it's about time we get Marvel's Capcom 4 at least,
It's super about time.
and we get some kind of MCU mix up with it, like all the upcoming characters. They'll have some like they'll be playable in Marvel's Capcom 4. That'd be really cool. The majority of them are already there anyway, so
Yeah,
they just have
actually,
like
most of them.
they'll have like Nolan North as Deadpool again. Yeah.
Like
Oh, they
even
can't use Deadpool. He's Fox. Remember?
no, dude, they put a helicarrier in that movie. Anything's possible. They made
I
fun of
guess.
Green Lantern and the previous Deadpool.
No, but that's just we'll see. We'll see. It's still a rumor again with Marvel's Capcom 4, but it's pretty interesting that um, I think this is with the PlayStation experience showing up next week, which might be the thing we'll be talking about next episode. Um, there's actually a list of it, and there's like maybe 3 or 4 gaps that says that are all question marks. So then we might get either 4 or maybe 3 reviews of a new game right before the Game Awards. So the December, the one that will end pretty much 2016, will have a series of Ninja reviews, which we don't know.
Oh
And I'd
yeah,
like,
the
I'd
Game
like,
Awards is gonna have some world premiere trailers.
World
yeah,
premiere.
yeah. Sadly,
You know what? One thing though, also to keep in mind, if this rumor is true, that would mean that Capcom basically got their rights back. So one, they can finally fucking patch Marvel vs. Capcom 3, which they really desperately need to do.
well,
But
they don't have to. They don't really have
but
to.
but
They don't have to,
two,
and I don't think they can because that also got pulled out of the store when the license switched.
no,
Diba?
but that's the second thing. They can put back all that shit that was removed off the
It
store.
depends how that contract is that we don't know
Yeah,
about. The
yeah.
You
But
know,
super weird.
assuming it's puede.
At least put the
Putting
DLC back to purchase, please.
no,
It's
putting
bullshit.
MVC3 as like a downloadable game on the current console is not a bad idea to hype up for, if ever, assuming. Because like they did release Street Fighter 4 on the current console. Like it's digital. Why not,
With a
right?
ton of problems.
With a ton of problems, yeah, but they
And
released
then
it.
they
So
added DLC past that ultimate version, supposedly.
yeah,
Also,
yeah.
fucking
So
Capcom.
if we do see MVC3 on current consoles sometime in the future, it means they did have some kind of deal in order to use the license yet again.
That would be
And
nice, though, yeah, to have Marvel
yeah,
3 on PS4.
what for like $20?
Or
Something
like
like that?
on PC, even. Please put that shit on PC.
Oh God, Capcom, get on that. Yeah, that's true.
Please.
It like Capcom's really like like they take a while until he realizes that fans like to have a PC version of this game. Like it took a while for them to release Dragon's Dogma on PC,
But it happened.
and
And
it
you know
did
it
it
did well.
happen.
happened. it did happen, and people were like, and then Capcom was surprised with the sales of PC for Dragon's Dogma, and they
Yeah,
were like saying, "Well, yeah, you idiot, it's a good game. Release it
super
everywhere.
good game. Yeah,
You fucking idiots."
it's like
It came out at a
Skyrim
cheaper
with
price.
combo.
Yeah, that too. And but yeah, we'll see. That's the rumor. And I think that's it. That's it for episode 152. Thanks for listening, guys. It's November's done.
December is upon us.
Yes. My God, I am going to be playing a little bit more of No Man's Sky. I might about the Division. Something I didn't talk about this week. I might talk about it next week because I'm playing the Division. Just waiting for the patch to end because apparently the patch is 13 gigs. I don't know why. Fucking Ubisoft. But
Fucking this.
it's really big. I don't get it. It's a patch. It's 1.5 patch and it's 13 gigs. I don't understand.
Remember, there was that time where the patch was the full game size of 30 gigs in one of the Assassin's Creed games.
Oh my God. Yeah, I think that's just anyway. Anything else to say? Because that's it for 152. Thanks for listening again. Do subscribe, iTunes, Podomatic. We have a website, www.toomuchgaming.net. All our content, all our posts and reviews are there. Do check them out. Facebook, Twitter, Too Much Gaming. We have some videos all up on our YouTube, TMG blog. All the content, our footage on video format, all there. The live version of this is also there, most likely. So do check that out. Is there anything that we have to mention for the YouTube side? No, Miggy. No naman.
Say again?
YouTube. On the
Editing is happening still, but you did
Nothing scheduled?
upload that last ESGS interview, so that needs to go up.
Oh yeah, the letter.
I bought a Minecraft action figure. There's a video of that in there. I don't know.
There you go. But
I
yeah,
like that.
that's it for episode 152. Do check us out next week for 153. First episode for December. That's it. Thanks, guys. Bye.
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 Stopping this.
What number is this? 151?
152.
Okay. Okay.
Oh shit, I made a shortcut. I want to have an episode where we just always go fuck Microsoft, Microsoft, fuck Ubisoft.
That's every podcast I listen to.
Fuck Ubisoft.
It's either that or David Cage.
No, 'cause there's a lot because like, fuck Ubisoft for having a 1.5 patch for the Division. Fuck Ubisoft for putting their boosters in Rainbow Six into real time.
Oh, what?
Like,
Really? Like a mobile
Yeah.
game? That's fucked
No,
up.
no, Rainbow Six Siege. There are these boosters in the game where if you use it, all the in-game currency you earn per match is doubled.
Yeah.
It lasts for 24 hours, right?
Yeah.
When they say 24 hours, means in real time. So if you fall asleep, you lose like what, 8 hours of the 24
Yeah,
hours.
yeah. It's like boosters in mobile game or HOTS.
I know. It's just annoying. Like fuck you, Ubisoft.
Oh,
Why
we
can't
have
you
a
do
month of like that booster in HOTS, diba? Will.
Yeah, we do.
Hey,
We
guys.
should take advantage of that.
I got my dailies not today because Anna bought Overwatch, so she's
or like fuck Ubisoft for releasing Far Cry Primal, where I
Oh
can't.
shit!
What?
Is that Assassin's Creed movie coming out the same time as Star Wars? I think it is.
same time. I
Speaking
don't know,
of
but that's
Ubisoft.
coming out in
Is it the
December.
same week? Is it the same week? Really?
Star Wars have
Here,
a date.
December 15th. Here,
Oh,
Was
Star Wars has a
I think
date
they're
for
that's-
selling.
that.
They're selling tickets already, so you should pick
Nice.
them up if you can. December 14th, Assassin's Creed. Oh god.
And Star Wars is on the 15th. Okay, cool. We got movies to watch, boys.
Shit, we can actually review fucking Assassin's Creed.
Let's
Like,
do a
we
Let's
love it.
Watch. Let's pirate the fuck out of that movie.
Let's watch.
This is on stream still, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Just keep it going. Oh, Chad is looking for people to play Heroes with him. Fuck you,
I'll play with
Chad.
him.
Yeah, I want an episode where we just go fuck Ubisoft for a variety of reasons.
Oh, Watch Dogs is fucking cheap on PC. It's like 1.8. So Data Blitz.
Watch Dogs 2.
Yeah, it's not so bad.
Really?
Then again, I guess it's expensive for a PC release.
No, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. $2,000's normal for me on PC.
Yeah, I saw. Physical copies 1.8 for PC.
Battlefield 1 for PC is like 2.8, especially with Titanfall. Like, God,
Final Fantasy 15 is 3K. Jesus.
you know,
God damn.
I probably might buy that like either after this year or
Colin
during
is listening
Christmas.
to the show, but he's replying via Facebook.
Oh yes.
Yeah. He mentioned the no. And mentioned the movies that didn't make it to the Manila Film Fest, and
The,
it'll
the
be released
jambalaya.
during Star Wars week.
Tangina yan.
Well, I wasn't planning to watch any of those fucking movies anyway. Vic Soto, Avengers shit.
Avengers.
If you watch that
And
3-minute
episode
trailer,
part
you
10.
basically watched the entire movie already.
Wait a minute.
Oh my
Wait,
Oh,
God.
he just tune in lang when we're done already? Is that what happened?
I don't know. Maybe kanina pa. I posted our link on the Jambalaya post.
Ah, kaya pala. Yeah, because Jambalaya was from Colin. I'm like, tangina,
Yeah, it
Colin.
was.
Looking pretentious, looking good.
I almost
Food.
bought that meal, but before I saw the price, but the game told me no because I didn't have enough gil. And then I noticed the price.
The guild
700
told.
gil. Fuck you.
How long does it last? 30 minutes?
The afternoon of one day, from morning
Oh.
to afternoon.
Is that what
There's
how long
there's
can-
like a blue icon that drains over time.
Oh, okay.
It's fine. I don't even feel the buffs.